So without further ado, the first speaker we've got is Karen, and Karen is a D&I lead here at Fujitsu for UK and Ireland, and she's going to just give us a brief overview about the work that happens here at Fujitsu. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, it's fine, as long as that's okay with everyone else.
Go for it.
So I know that you've got your session today. I would quite like, I'm going to just go over what we do at Fujitsu. Now, all organisations and kind of people's views are all different. So if you would like to chip in about what you do and what you think is best, please feel free. I find it's always better than me just droning on about what I do. So, can I get the next slide? Okay, so the way that diversity and inclusion works at Fujitsu is that we have done this for a number of years, and in the past kind of 4 years, we really started to put quite a lot of effort into this and put a bit of money behind it. So we got our first full-time diversity and inclusion lead role, and that was for the UK and I. And now we have a full-time paid position for D&I in EMEA, so it's our European region. So it means that everything that I do in the UK needs to then feed into a wider strategy, and that can be interesting because the UK is quite advanced in our diversity and inclusion agenda, and we have the society that really pushes us forward in that as well. So the gender pay gap, for example, legislation pushing organisations to take more accountability. So that can be a bit of a balance between making sure the UK is still progressing and that we're still pushing our organisation forward, and then also making sure that that aligns across EMEA. Has anyone else kind of encountered this? Is this something that is kind of Fujitsu only, or is it kind of something that you see often in your organisations and in kind of your...
So if I understood you correctly, I've encountered it many times. I've done lots of work on diversity and inclusion across EMEA.
Yeah. So yes. So it's a balance, and as part of that, we've got the networks as well. So at Fujitsu, we have 4 fantastic networks. We have Shine, which is our LGBT plus network. We have our cultural diversity network. We have our Women in Business network. And we also have our SEED network, which is our disability network. And today is International Day of People with Disabilities, and we are celebrating that at Fujitsu today. So you might see people in purple to visibly show their support for disabled talent, and also we have managed to change all our intranet page completely purple to really show our support and to get employees involved as well. So with our 4 fantastic networks, we really utilise our networks. Our networks are there to really support our diversity and inclusion strategy, and there is no way I could do my role without the support of the networks, and Melanie is one of the coaches for the networks. So it's really, really important for us. Yeah. Now, when I read what your kind of winter seminar was about, it really got me thinking about actually employee networks are really, really important for the D&I strategy. But the help hindrance, I just didn't sit right with me. I kind of read it and I was like, ooh, I don't, kind of makes me feel a bit uncomfortable. And it got me thinking about, why that makes me feel a little bit uncomfortable, and I don't particularly like to read that. And it kind of came down to the fact that I really, really respect our diversity and inclusion networks. And I think to call them a hindrance, just, it's one of those things that it's a bit like a family. When, someone says something about kind of a family or a really good friend, you're like, oh, how dare you? That's not right, you can't say that. So that's kind of how I felt when I read this. So I started thinking about actually, why are they a help? what would my argument be to that person that said they were a hindrance? And I came up with 4 sections. I normally like things in 3s, and I just couldn't quite get it to fit. So I went with 4. And the first one was that they really help foster a diversity and inclusive, confident organisation. We really respect our networks, and they are in the unique position to view processes and the processes that we have in the organisation and to comment on them. So they help to create new processes and actually amend the processes that we've put in place that are no longer suitable. They're not as inclusive as they could be. So, for example, Shine created a flowchart that now means it's very easy for someone to change their name if they're transitioning in the workplace. And it means that we have now got a system that, we input one thing here and it makes a chain reaction. That is now incredibly simple to do. And without Shine being there, actually, would that have happened? Probably not. So for me, they really help ensure that our organisation is as inclusive as it can be. They support new technology. So we're creating a new app to help someone that has autism or Asperger's seamlessly transition into our organisation. And again, without our employee network, we wouldn't be able to confidently go out to the marketplace and say, this does exactly what it needs to do. So that was the first thing. They make really confident organisations, and we can confidently say that we are diverse and we're inclusive. The next one is employee engagement. So when our networks, are engaged and passionate and they are supported and they're empowered, actually, our employees follow them. Our employees want to be involved in what they're doing. They want to be part of that movement. You'll know this, we run photo competitions quite a lot. So purple today, so anyone wearing purple, we ask them to take a picture and post it on our community page. And we get loads of photos and team photos, and it's that engagement where everyone in the team is wearing purple. It's that inclusive feeling. We celebrate key dates, and it means that we can really promote what it's like for other people in the organisation as well. So we can help our employees in their engagement in their teams, but also engagement in D&I. And that sometimes is really difficult to do. Everyone's busy with their day jobs, and our networks really help people feel included in the organisation. The third one I've got, and it's one that we're expanding at the moment, and it's actually how we make sure that we connect with our customers through our networks. Most organisations have networks. Most organisations' networks have the same barriers and the same challenges. So actually, how do we connect with our customers through our networks and through diversity and inclusion to get that sharing piece? Nothing that we're doing is new. It's always easier if someone has a blueprint that they send over to you and you can amend it for your organisation. So actually connecting with our customers through our networks is a really important thing, and I think it's something that networks are incredibly well placed to do. So that is another one that we're doing at the moment, but I think there's a lot more scope for networks to be able to do this more. And they're an employee voice. They really are. They are in the most unique position that, they can speak to leadership. They have access to the people that make the decisions, that hold the budgets, but then they are also made up of people that live and breathe the decisions that are made. So they're in this absolutely fantastic, unique place where they are a direct link between what our senior leaders are doing and thinking and actually how that is reflected. So, yeah, it's great. Managers, sometimes, the messages can get lost depending on your organisation. And sometimes it's, our employees won't speak to senior managers in the same way that they would speak to a network, to ask for that help, to ask for that support. So our networks are really kind of a window to our employees as well. So for me, there is no question whether our employee networks are a help or hindrance. Yes, they need support. Yes, they need to be empowered, and we need a strategy so everyone is driving the same behaviours. But they're a help. I would go further. They really help support the D&I achievements across the region, and I couldn't do my role without them, and I would hate to think what would actually be achieved without them, because they're a force to be reckoned with. But yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks for that, Karen. So we're definitely one tick for help. Should keep a score going. So definitely a really good point, succinct point, putting it into 4 areas there. And one things that I was picking up from that is that it's true. Not everybody wants to go to a certain member of staff, or the fact that they've got a network. They don't replace HR or anything, but the fact that somebody can go, somebody who's objective, who's going to listen to their view. Sometimes you need that listening ear, don't you, before you actually go to, if you've got an issue around, whether it's LGBT plus issues, whether it's around disability, whatever it may be. Lots of good stuff coming out. I like the app idea with the, for making sure that you're inclusive to people with a neurodiverse condition, which is really, really good. So lots of really good stuff. And like you say, really, it helps drive the strategy. So having a network, if it's done properly, I will put in brackets, is around making sure that it supports the D&I gender more widely. So it's really, really, really interesting. And also, we talked right at the beginning about what you do generally. It's very interesting as well because you work with EMEA and stuff, and the whole cultural issues. Working even in England and Ireland is different as well. It's a whole, you're doing a big area there, a big piece of work. So brilliant. So thank you very much, Karen. That's excellent. Are you stopping for our Q&A?
I will be dropping. I'll just drop back in.
Lovely.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So thanks for that, Karen.
Okay.
And then Karen will be back short. Ooh. Our next speaker's gone. What have we done? Karen? Is Karen frightened him away? Where are you?